give you a quick overview of Panorama Education's survey platform so that you may review your CASEL staff survey results. This is a resource that has been provided to us as part of our partnership with CASEL. And so the first thing that you do is you would log into this particular, or go to this particular web address, use the login credentials that were provided to you in the email from Panorama Education. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we are at our home base, and there's a few things just to navigate. Your interface may look a little bit different. For example, you might not have bookmarks at this point, and I'll get into bookmarks in just a little bit. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm going to try to make it a little bit comprehensive, but I understand it's not going to be we're not exactly doing a very in-depth workshop here. I just want you to have some familiarity with the platform so that you can review your CASEL staff survey results. So we'll dive into these features here in a few moments, but I'm going to go on ahead and introduce you to the platform using the district survey summary results. So double click on that, and then this is my landing page, if you will, for the district survey summary. And your interface may look a little bit differently. One of the first things that I like to do is I like to look at the breakdown. So we have 915 responses. And it tells us this is the breakdown. This is what it gives us. It tells us the number of respondents and percentage by roles. So you can see the different roles here. And then for classroom teachers, it tells us the different ranges of the grade levels that were taught. This and many other features in the reporting instrument can be saved as PDFs. So if you wanted to, put in a hard copy and share that with the staff, that's certainly a way that you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the breakdown, and just let you see very quickly, as a district, these are the results, the percentage of favorable responses that were received, and these are the topics in the CASEL staff survey. Now each of these topics may have one or multiple questions that are associated with that particular topic. Okay, so this is just a quick review of that. And then what I also like to do is look at it by the framework. So we organize our professional learning by the key activities in the CASEL school guide. So the same thing, just a little different organization. You see the key activities, and then you see the topics that are directly correlated to those key activities. Okay. So I can just tell you that at the district level, there was strong support for cultivating adult SEL. That was certainly a strength. Creating a shared vision and plan, there were some areas that were strong, and then some areas where we would like to be a little bit stronger. So I'm going to take a look here at developing a shared vision so that we can explore this a little bit more deeply. So I'm going to click on this topic, double click, and I get a little bit more information about that particular topic. So again, we see that we had a 67% favorable response as far as creating a shared vision. These are the percentage of respondents that rated the question favorably. Okay. And you're seeing that we have some bookmarks here, and I'll get into that just very briefly. So I'm going to bookmark that. And it gives me developing a shared vision as a topic, 67% favorable response rate again, and I'm going to say that this is interesting. And then you can write some notes, and I'm just going to set a goal. You can write anything you want, but a goal is, let's say, 85% favorable response rating is in 2018-19. That will be a goal. So then I can add it to my bookmarks, and if I click over here, you can see that all my bookmarks are saved. Again, you may not have any since you're just starting to use the program, and it tends to save the most recent one up here, and you can see that you have your notes. You can edit. If I wanted to review the report, it takes me back to that. Okay, brings me back to my home base as far as our survey summary. So I'm going to click on another one, school-wide structures to prioritize SEL. That one had a 57% favorable response rating. Looks like we had primarily classroom teachers responding at this favorite 57%. Some of these numbers are masked when they're in the lower ranges, so that to protect privacy and such. So here they had a healthy number of respondents and were able to give us that particular percentage. And we see the other questions that are associated with this particular topic. So I'm going to look at this. I have sufficient planning time to prepare to effectively implement the SEL approach adopted in my school. Again, a 55% favorable response rating, and here when I click on that particular question, I get a little bit more deeper analysis. I get to see the answer distribution, and then we get to see the breakdown by grade levels, and then again the different roles on the campus that took the survey. So there are some different layers to the data. So the neat thing about this particular program and this partnership is, one, we have CASEL, and then we've got Panorama, right? Two great partners. So first, I'm going to look at the companion resources in the CASEL School Guide. Let's say that I really wanted to make that a focus, turning that number around and making it stronger next year. I can click on that link and it will take me to the CASEL School Guide, and it will give me some resources and guidance as to how I can make that happen. So a direct link to the CASEL School Guide. That is a great feature, and again, that is something that we use to really structure all of our professional learning. The other resource that you have at your disposal is the playbook. So in the playbook, you'll see it gives you this general landing page, and we've got different topics here. And so let's just say that this is talking about making time for SEL. So I'm going to look at spiral lessons to reinforce key concepts. So that could be a time saver, integrating the SEL with academics. So it has a goal, gives you some activities that you can do, and then it tells you why it works. So nothing too in-depth, gives you some pretty quick instructions and some approaches for how you might be able to do that. If you like that, you can add it to your particular playbook. So I'm going to go back, and I actually want to get back to another resource that isn't so obvious. So if you click on, like in my case, my name begins with Ray, so R, to let me know that it's me, I'm going to look at the resource library. And in the resource library, you can see that it also gives you some resources here, some articles for further study, professional development, self-driven professional development by role. So you might be able to find something here as well that can support your efforts in improving some of those outcomes on the staff survey. Gives you even some tips on how you can present data, things of that sort. So that's a pretty useful tool as well. So I'm going to go back to the summary. And I don't know that you will have the list of the schools or the groups with the school level version of the program. So I mean, if you do have it, then that's something that we can go into a little bit deeper, or that you can explore, but we can certainly go deeper into that in the fall when we come back together. At this point, all that we really want you to do is to review your data, dive into it a little bit more deeply, pick about 3 to 4 areas that you really want to focus on for next year, and then start thinking about some strategies, some approaches for how those areas of the implementation could be strengthened on the campus. And these are really good talking points as well as you interact with us at professional learning or campus visits, so that it can guide our support of your efforts to successfully implement SEL. So all told, that's just a quick preview or overview, I should say, of the Panorama Education CASEL Staff Survey Platform. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. Know that we're here to support you with that, and really hope that you enjoy this fantastic resource.